Man, I can't go into no game without my defensive playbook right, bro. Cause man, they hurrying up, bro. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, you know they gonna hurry up every time they gain a yard.
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game?
Yep.
Our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers. Just
Had y'all boys up against it.
Pit Bull Stadium.
Nigga could not lose 2 in a row.
Florida Atlantic Owls taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.
All right.
Let's get this thing started.
I mean, hey, game peak game, since that's what we doing.
Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start.
All right, let's go to work, boys.
So the FIU Panthers offense will have the football first.
I think I just sent it to you.
Butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To throw, it's Jenkins. Got a man, it's Owens. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Owens. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And the Panthers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Motion from the back. From the red zone, looking for a man. Swings it out to the flat. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the door closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Wants to throw again. Dances away to buy time. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
Leaves it with the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. FIU pushing tempo. Powers forward.
Ah, come on, get off the block.
Works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet him.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida International.
Really wanted to turn the page after losing their last game. So how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Fans, y'all got to be better. How can we not fill out the stadium for our goddamn rivalry game? I see empty seats all over the goddamn place. God, we got whole empty sections back there. My Lord, gentlemen, whole empty sections. Fucking pathetic. How we gonna land recruits? How Streeter gonna come here when we can't even fill it out on rivalry week?
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you gotta
damn, son.
He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football, and then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him,
yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Messer. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
There we go, baby.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Ripped off 7 on that last one. Now looking at 2nd and inches. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Owls want to move quickly.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the first down with a little extra. Makes that decision and gets the first down.
He'll run it again. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, cuz you see this shit.
And boy, did it ever pay off. Looking for the time with the extra point.
Don't let that nigga moss my nigga like that.
The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
The Florida International offense is back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver.
Turning it on. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, FIU. He broke away from the...
Now get back, get like that.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense was crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Temple is ahead right now in South Philly, but this game is a long way from being over. Better hold off on the run to Geno's for the time being. They're up by 7 over Arkansas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Sands. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sands. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
He lost one down the sideline. Another incompletion on third down. Florida Atlantic decides to...
Good D, boys. Good D.
First punt of the day, need a lob to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the stick. The Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Snap it to the back. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The RPO fired complete to the left. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with the lone back.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback may change this route. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. On the move. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. FIU pushing tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
This quarterback part of their running game. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Owens. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. The throw to the outside is complete. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Got enough space. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Panther.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the right side. Open spaces.
All my fucking fault.
He just kept running and he ran away from
Dumbass play.
Take it in.
Run the fucking defense.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like,
Got your ass out of position like a fucking idiot.
Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Owens. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. FIU pushing tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And the 45 on its way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Owens. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's McNeil. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Panthers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Perry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Owens. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And you'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. How can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard. But had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They go to the ground. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Oh, Blake, get off of sprint, bro. You own sprint. That's why that's fucking happening. Get off of sprint.
It'll be third and long. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. And the missed connection on third down. FIU will line up to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They boot it away on fourth down. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. the Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off.
Breaks into the open. Delivers the stiff arm. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Gives it on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down.
Fuck, I can't get set up. These motherfuckers moving too damn fast.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. Here we go. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in. House it. Touchdown, Owls.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arkansas. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to...
Here we go with the fucking bullshit.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
All right, let's get it. Right.
Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. The short hands, it's Perry. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Direct snap. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. What a nice job just finding a spot downfield and lofting it in there perfectly.
And you see quarterbacks and receivers do that all the time, right? All summer, throwing the ball on.
Got your ass.
Why? Because I know exactly where he's going to be right when I get my back foot in the ground to throw the football. You could tell he knew exactly how much touch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
No, sir.
Broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end.
You fucking kidding me, man.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, when you see the QB throw the football. Now I can pick up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Wants to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Owens. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback keeper. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And that's another FIU.
The Panthers are rolling down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the single back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Finds his man down the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Looking for a productive play on first down. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To the air, it's Jenkins. Swings it out to his running back. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the kicker will try to add a little cushion to this late lead. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
You know what's great about rivalry games?